एकानेकाक्षराकृतये नमः। एकानेकाक्षराकृतिः एकम् ईश्वर प्रतिबिंबोपादितया शुद्ध सत्व प्रधानम. Okay, up to here no. Then अक्षरमज्ञानम अनेकानि मिलियन सत्वा प्रधानतया. Should I understand this aksharam as ajnanam? I have my own doubts on this. Aksharam ajnanam अनेकानि मलिन सत्वा प्रधानतया जीवोपाधि continues. Here I want to refer back because why I am struck here is aksharas are matrukas. We call her Matruka Swarupini. She is the embodiment of that seed syllables. All aksharas are her form. Whether you call them as akshara or matruka, no difference. When that is the situation, how this akshara become ajnana? Unless I get some other references, and further it doesn't support that. Ekancha nekani cha ekanekani tani cha akshani cha tani tha mayantu prakriti. It's okay. It is Shruti. Everything is okay. Further, we have referred to some Shruti Vakya, all that okay. But how is that Akshara can become Ajnana? Aksharam Ajnana. Vakya of Shankara Bhagavad Pada. You must try to understand that all. We cannot put a question on that. No? Yeah, I have the answer. For that, I must speak about that. An Advaita tradition called Kashmiri Shaivism, not much popular, but it is very unique. If you understand their granthas, there is an extension of what Shankara has done it on Advaita. It is further, they have taken it forward, I should say that. I have every reason to believe that, and also I can give quote references also. They took it forward. Kashmiri Shaivism is not different from the Advaita tradition, but maybe an extension of it. Vasugupta, or Vasugupta he is called, he lived in Kashmir. Maybe at the fag end of the life of Shankara Bhagavad Pada, if he attribute him to 8th century, and his one of the treatises is Shiva Sutra. It's a very, very important text. Kashmiri Shaivism tradition. It's all simple statements, but leads to very deep meanings, explanations. It is our fortunate that one Kshema Raja in the same lineage wrote Bhashya for the Shiva Sutras. As I mentioned, there are references to establish that Kashmiri Shaivism is the extension of Shankara's Advaita philosophy. Unfortunately, it is not practiced or promoted. Maybe because of the all humbleness and reverence, that practice is not either explained, promoted, or practiced. Because the culture of Pithas and Mathas followed by Shankara. Unfortunately, Shankara was not against it. I can give you reasons where Shankara supported those things. I will give an example for that. Srividya or Shaktadvaita has put into practice. Advaita tradition of Kashmiri Shaivism has gone into Shaktadvaita, Srividya Upasana. I can quote that Shankara was not against that by quoting two important treatises of Shankara Bhagat Pada and Srividya and Shaktadvaita. Most of us are aware of this classical text called Prapancha Sara and Sharada Tilaka. Even they are not in practice by these religious centers or the followers of these religious centers for the reasons not known. And here all of you know that Rigveda, first mandala, 89th sutta, very first stanza speaks about Ano Bhadrakrito Santu Vishwata. Let noble thoughts come to me from all directions. Unfortunately, this remained only in the Rigveda, and we enjoy chanting it wonderfully. This statement of mine is not against anything. Basically, Divi Upasaka or Srividya Upasaka not supposed to talk anything ill about any practices. No. He is prevented by doing so. He cannot, he or she should not do it. So I am only putting forth the reference where we were struck and it opens up. Here, Shiva Sutra, the first chapter and the fourth sutra, Gnanadishtanam Matrika. Gnanadishtanam Matrika gives a real new opening to. When they said Agnanam, you are struck. So I think this particular sutra may help us throw some light on Shankara Bhashya. Eka aneka akshara kritaye namaha. Eka aneka akshara akritaye namaha. This is how one way of understanding it. Another way also we will come back and talk about it. Gnana Dishtanam Matrika is just two words, and almost all the sutras of Shiva Sutras are in the same manner. Because as I know, that particular center is more on Kashmiri Shaivism, if my understanding is right. Here, the Kemaraja, who writes Bhashya for this Shiva Sutras, he translates Gnana as limited knowledge. Adhisthana as seat. Gnanadhisthana, the seat for limited kinds of knowledge. And he gives the meaning of Matruka as mother or power corresponding to the letters of the alphabet. So, Matrukas are not the letters, but this corresponding to the letters of the alphabet. Matrukas are sound corresponding to the letters of the alphabet. And that power is called mother, because it produced the entire universe. And when he mentioned the limited kinds of knowledge, jnana, that is also knowledge. And he explains, Khemaraj explains in his commentary, that limited knowledge in the form of threefold mala. Why I referred mala here is, here, Shankara refers it. Anekani malina sattva pradhanataya. I am not going out of Shankara for you at all. While writing Bhashya, I write, Aksharamajnanam Anekani malina sattva pradhanataya. Malina sattva exactly comes here. The threefold form of this limited knowledge in the form of threefold mala, they are. Let me tell you what they are. One is, and Shividya Upasaka supposed to cleanse it every day. It's a continuous process for him. This limited knowledge, I'll come to that. One is which makes oneself consider himself as incomplete or imperfect. It's knowledge. It's a limited knowledge making us to consider we are incomplete or we are imperfect. Is it not that knowledge we have? Yes, we have. That is known as Anamamala, Anamamala. It's a Malina, it's a Mala, it's a Kashmala. It's a limited knowledge. That one such is considering us as incomplete and imperfect. All of us do it. All of us have this Mala. We consider we are not complete. We are not perfect. We are happy to claim at times. I don't say I am perfect, my dear. Look. Yes, Anamamala. The other one is which brings a sense of difference in everything. Always we find difference between two things. This is different from that, that is different from this. This is better than that, this is lesser than that. That is a sense of difference in everything is Mailyamala, second one. The third one is very important, which makes us perform good or bad deeds. We have been doing every day. That is Karma Mala. We have seen now three Malas. Anama Mala, Maya Mala, Karma Mala. Of this threefold limited knowledge is called Matrika or alphabet from A to Ksha, the mother of the entire universe. She is called Matrika because she is unknown and she is not understood. And he further continues his Bhashya. In Matrika, if you make it two parts, Matra and Ka. Ka is a suffix for Matra. Matru, okay, other. Ka is suffix. According to him, it denotes the idea. So things to which the suffix added, wherever you add Ka, if you add Ka as suffix to anything, so that is unknown or not understood. So when I add ka to matru, that means matru refers to mother. I am adding ka to that. By that I make matrika the mother who is not properly known or understood. There is no doubt in my explanation. Always ka suffix indicates which is preceding that cannot be fully understood or not known. So matrika is the sukshma form of gross speech, subtle form of gross speech. The aksharas, the letters, and their essential nature are known as matrika. When unknown, the matrika impels people towards all kinds of worldly activities and feelings, or not fully known. It makes us towards all kinds of worldly activities and bondages, feelings. When the matrika is known, that is, when her saving power is realized, matrika is not the letter, the sound. When that is realized, she leads one to liberation. That's exactly. So now we are going to understand what exactly they're going to come now. So matrika is the preceding power in the form of various deities. Whatever the name of the deity you can, this is a matrika. It's called Shaktir Adhishtatri. For instance, Timirodgata is there. I will come to that. There are different kinds of Shaktis are mentioned here. Mahaghora is one form of Shaktis who are the deities of the Pithas, who hover about the consciousness in Karandhara. Mahaghora, they hover, those deities of Pithas, they hover about the consciousness in Karandhara. Karandhara, as we know, is Ka Brahman and Kam Brahman, Upanishad Vakya. See? So, Kashmiri Shaivism has not gone beyond Upanishad. Karandhara is Brahmarandhra. That's it. The terrible news delude people constantly. She, Matrika, shines in the light of Shaktis presiding over different types of letters, kala, the subtlest aspect of the objective world. How? You know that Sapta Matrikas, right? In the form of Brahmi and other Shaktis. And that she, Matrika, in the form of these Shaktis, rouses us to all kinds of activity and feeling by means of a succession of letters or a script. A fact which is mentioned in so many agamas also. And this matrika closely understood with the Shaktis known as Amba, Jeshta, Raudri, and Varna. We have understood matrika, we understood the sound form, we understood matrika is not totally known, and Also, our Shaktis residing in different forms like Brahmi and all. And now we come to other Shaktis. They are Ghora, Goratara, or Mahagora and Agori. The Ghora is, as the name indicates, terrible. This Ghora can't be mistaken for something. Even Agora also, please. Agori is not something which, as we understand, immediately moment I said Agori, some picture come before us. No, don't go with that. It's a form of Shakti. The Ghora, terrible, are the innumerable Shaktis, powers, which provides to us all worldly pleasures. The Ghora is the form of Shakti which provides all worldly pleasures to us. Because it gives all worldly pleasures, it also put obstacles in our path of spiritual progress. Interesting. The other one is Mahagora. Even there are innumerable Shaktis who delude all of us and drive us more and more towards all materialistic world. The first one gives all the pleasures and blocks our way to on our spiritual path. The next one is she will simply drive us towards all worldliness. The last one, Aghora Shakti. Those Shaktis who inspire the Jivas towards the path of liberation. The moment we use the word Aghora or Aghori, some kind of picture comes to our mind. A form appears immediately. Please note that. Aghori or Aghora Shakti is the Shakti which inspires us towards the path of liberation. And when we said earlier, I mentioned about Pitha. These Pithas are the sense organs which are the seeds of the Shaktis. There are three Shaktis we have seen now: Mahagora, Aghora, and Ghora, right? Ghora, Mahagora, and Aghora. For these three Shaktis, the Pithas are the sense organs. And Ka, in the context, means Brahman, right? When I said Karandhra means Brahmarandhra, we know psychic center above the head. And the presiding deities over the various classes of Matrukas should be understood now are following. All the Avarga, Atu, Aha, deity is Yogishwari or Mahalakshmi. Kavarga, Kai no, it's Brahma, so it's Brahmi. Chavarga is Maheshwari. Tavarga is both Kaumari and Vaishnavi. Pavarga is Varahi. Yavarga is Aindri. Savarga is Chamundi. I will not say what is Avarga, Kavarga. We all know that. They are the subtle aspects of the objective world. There are 5 kalas: Nivrutti, Pratishtha, Vidya, Shanti, and Shantyatita. Nivrutti kala is so called because is the manifesting energy that is stopped and is turned upwards. It is the tattva of Prithvi Tattva. I don't want to talk more on that. Then Pratishtha Kala, each Kala has got a Tattva, Panchabhutas. Okay. Now, because that Matrika is the basis of all limited knowledge, one is deprived of the investigation of the inner non-difference from the fullest eye consciousness of Shiva. Exactly, it's mentioned here. Same thing. I quote from Shankara Bhashya. Sakshitaya eki bhuta anekakshareshu aneka jnaneshu akriti swarupam shodhita tattvam padartha samarasyatmakam yasya satata. There should be samarasya between eye consciousness and Shiva. And all one's knowledge is outward and without ceasing for a moment. Therefore, it is rightly maintained that all such knowledge is the cause of bondage, so it is Ajnana. The basis of all the words are reflexive letters and their sound known as Matrika. So ultimately, it is Matrika responsible for the limited knowledge. That is three malas. The words have a tremendous influence in shaping our ideas, but do not allow us to realize the thunder of Shiva consciousness and imprisoned within ourselves. Now I will get back to where I left yesterday. I think already we have understood what exactly, how that Shankara wrote Aksharam Ajnanam. Now we understood now, I know that. Now, Eka Nekakshara Kritaye Namaha. She is the form of one and many aksharas. Akritihi. Now, before going further, I will take from this Bhashya a part, not in the same line. I will read this from here. Teshta Kritayaha Pratibimbanevachinani Va Chaitanyani Ghatastoda Kavachinna Pratibimbita Akasha Drustya Satha. I want to explain this. The Akritis, nothing but Akritis, forms of whatever kind. Exactly telling that. I am not taking anything other than that. Referring Akritis here, forms of whatever kind reflects itself in the water pot. So also, Avichinna Chaitanyani, Va Chaitanyani, as well Akasha also reflects in the water. All Akritis also reflect in the water in the pot, Chaitanya as well as Akasha. Ishvara is the Upadhi, substitute for Shuddha Sattva. What is the reflection is the limitation. Similarly, the form of Akriti of one Akshara are also the Upadhi, substitute for Shuddha Sattva Pradhana. That's what he says here. Very clearly says that. So, when a Shuddha Sattva reflects in the water, Ekakshara, same, Aneka refers not only for Shuddha Sattva, but also other Tattvas of Malina Tattvas. We already come out with that. Malinas already we know. Now we know the Eka and Aneka Akritis. Eka is pure Sattva, Aneka is Jiva or Malya Tattva. Both are Aksharas. They reflect in the, that's Maya, delusion, Akshara only. Here, this Akriti refers to that of Akriti of Akshara. Every Akshara is a form. It's Akriti. These Akritis are the reflection of both Shuddha and pure and impure tattvas. And hence, it is Ajnana or ignorance. So, we come to that Aksharam Ajnanam. These are the Akritis. Like Shiva, Akasha reflects in the pot of water. So the reflection, it is not tattva. When we see sun in the water pot, not sun, reflection only. Similarly, these aksharas, ek akshara is pure tattva, anek akshara is impure tattva. It's reflecting the akshara. Is it not Maya? It is not true. Hence it is Ajnana or ignorance. That's why she is called Matrika Varna Rupini. Simple. The form of the Aksharas are the reflection of her sound form. These sounds are Matrika Varna Rupini and not the form or Akriti of the Aksharas or Matrika. It is ignorance to understand the Aksharas are Brahman because they are the Maya or illusion of her reflection. Because Aksharam Ajnanam, how? One side we say Matrika Varna Rupini, Matrika Rupini, and Shankara tells Aksharam Ajnanam. Akshara is reflection of sound. That is not sound. The form of sound, Akriti. That's why he says, Eka Neka Akshara, Akshara, if you break it, Akritaye Namaha. Is it not? And this is supported by himself made here. Maya cha vidya cha svayameva bhavati te shute he. This is from Nrsimha Kapini Upanishad. Maya and Avidya came into existence themselves. Maya cha vidya, Maya cha avidya. Cha svayameva bhavanti. They came into existence themselves. Further, one more Shruti Vakya he quotes. Mayantu Prakriti. Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Yesterday I sent you somebody, and this is the 4th chapter, 10th. Maya tu Prakritim Vidyan Mayinam cha Maheshwaram Tasya Vaya Bhute Stu Vyaptam Sarvamidam Jagat. Maya, Mayam, Prakriti, Vidhata, known. The meaning is, the nature is Maya. Please know this. The nature is Maya. That the great God of the Lord of Maya. The whole world is filled with beings who form its parts. That is whole Maya. The whole world, who are the beings here, who makes its parts. That's the Upanishad Vakya. Now, I think we have no doubts now. Shakti Pranava. Aneka means alphabet beginning from A to end with Ksha. All letters. She has the Akriti, or a form of all those. That is, she is Matrika, according to the saying, अकारादि षकारान्त मात्रिकेत्य विधीयते. This akaradi shakarat anta has come in many places, many versions I can find out. Even it is in Vishnu Sahasranama also is there. Even Mahalakshmi Sahasranama, somewhere I find it.